college football tonight, 7:30. We'll get a chance to watch the Buffs in action.
What's the spread? We got to know the spread.
Last I saw, it was 5:30. I happened to look up and see the forgot East Coast 7:30, 5:30 our time at Houston. I think it started out this week at 4.5. Houston was favored. I think it's now down to 3.5. Houston's a favorite.
Okay.
So, and in all likelihood, even though he said at the beginning of his press conference, I'm not going to tell you who the starter is, and then just went on to just gush about Ryan Staub for the rest of his press conference. I feel pretty confident in saying Ryan Staub is going to be the quarterback as Dion looks to a quarterback nobody was talking about at the start of the season.
Staub did what we expected him to do. You all are surprised. We weren't. We're thankful and appreciative and just happy for him and elated for him that he seized the darn moment. We talk about the moment all the time in our meetings. We talk about taking advantage of opportunities not only on the football field but in life. And he did that.
Well, he's gained his opportunity. He's been here this is his third year in the program, and he's been, the loyal, backup to Shedeur, and he's been learning and biding his time, and he got a chance and played very well last week, 7 of 10 for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns, and looks like he'll get a chance to start. It's a great story in a time in college football where it's all about transfer portals and how much is a guy being paid to play here or play there. Here's a guy who's just kind of an old school college football story and getting his chance, easy to root for.
Yeah, you're all over it. I mean, it really is. This is so different than what we see now in college football. So different. I mean, you're talking about a guy that just took over a job from 2 other guys that are making a lot more money than him. You had a guy that Salters that from the transfer portal, and then you had Juju, 5-star recruit coming in. So both those guys got paid. This guy was overlooked the whole time. And then, so you got to give Dion and his staff a lot of credit for just being open and receptive to putting this guy on the field to give him an opportunity. And then he took advantage of it, which was awesome. So he's got a great opportunity tonight. Mike, I got to be honest here. You want some honesty?
I love honesty.
You really think this thing is going to work out? Do we really? I think it's a great story, and I got wrapped up into it, and I'm like, well, this guy could be the answer. Can he really be the answer? Do we really think it? Or is it going to be one of those things, Mike, where it's a one-hit wonder. He comes in, no one's expecting anything, and he plays lights out. And then all of a sudden he gets a starting job, and he falls on his face. That's a scenario I see happening. I can't lie.
He was a 3-star recruit coming out of West Ranch High School in California. So, not highly recruited.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that though. I'm not worried about how many stars he had because he's been around this program for a while.
Well, then why can't he be a success?
He can.
But you think?
But I just think the story's too good to be true.
Oh, I see.
This isn't Disney.
I see.
And far too often, what happens? We get wrapped up and caught into this thing, and next thing you know, the guy goes out there and he's 11 for 26. 84 yards and 2 interceptions, and they get steamrolled. And then we never mentioned his name again. Now, hey, we have seen the Kurt Warner stories where it's a great ending and it's a great story. A guy that, like Zach By came from stocking grocery store shelves, selling used cars, doing construction, and now look at him.
Trivia.
Right? I want to pound his ass.
Trivia. Drove around with the trivia set up in his in his trunk.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes.
Have
ready on call.
On call.
If he got a call from a local bar, he was ready to go do trivia. Just grind and making a few extra bucks.
I love that.
I do. Just ask him, he'll tell you.
Blue collar to the core. There are
so the Cinderella stories, I mean, it just doesn't happen that often, and I think we're getting caught up in it, and then we're going to come in here Monday, and we're going to be like, oh, that was a bummer, but I'm going to come here Monday and say, I knew it. I saw it coming.
Well, a guy by the name of Joel Klatt was a failed baseball player who couldn't cut it as a minor league baseball player.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Got his butt kicked by a cowboy in Montana and decided, well,
Shut up.
I got couple years of eligibility left to college football. I guess I'll go give football a try at Colorado.
Man, that was a real downer.
And he went out and ended up being one of the best quarterbacks in CU history.
Elite.
I say one of the best because,
Yeah, I mean-
how good was he really? He didn't get his number retired.
Yes!
Too soon? Anywho, there are 62 sports writers and broadcasters that vote on the Associated Press poll every week. And the AP poll, top 25, has, been around forever. And you would think with only 62 of these people voting that, you gotta be pretty qualified. And you gotta prove that you really take this seriously. Well, apparently not. One AP poll voter, Haley Sawyer of the SoCal News Group, is under fire because she put out her Week 3 Top 25 ballot. And it had all the usual suspects on it. The only problem is that she had Florida at number 14. Here's the problem. The
Ooh.
Gators were number 16 in her Week 2 ballot. They then went out and lost at home to South Florida, and they ended up moving up 2 spots. She was catching a lot of heat for it, and she gave this, you listened to it, but, I'll let you be the judge of it. Here it is.
But as far as what my votes are and what my process is, I wake up early in the morning after covering a game late in the night before. Don't want to go too much into my progress or process or logic, but I will say I appreciate everybody's interaction on social media and all of your feedback. There's tons of people that vote on the AP poll, and it's not a perfect system, but at the end of the day, no matter who you pick, it does even out because there's so many people who vote. And like I said, it's really fun for discussion. It doesn't, probably matter in the end, but I'm glad that people are having a really good time.
Wow. Are you serious?
That's legit.
This is the person that you have voting on, our top 20, top 25 in college, whatever. A person like that, I don't want to go too much into my process because it's genius process.
It's genius.
It's like no one else has ever done this kind of process.
It's like calculus.
I wake up early in the morning and I dive into the film and what's going on.
Right.
That's why I didn't even realize Florida lost.
What are we doing?
To South Florida. And how does this person have a resume to be able to vote? That's ridiculous. And how do they not say, guess what? Thank you, but no thank you. We're taking that away from you. Is it like a lifetime achievement
exactly.
award here? What are we doing
right.
here? Who decides who gets to vote?
Term limits.
Exactly. do we even know what does she even cover? It doesn't even sound like she covers sports. She says she covers games.
Well, she covers USC.
USC.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she doesn't.
Maybe she was tired. Maybe she was tired.
Tired.
Late up late the night
She
before.
has a process though, but she doesn't want to tell us what that process is.
So
That's a
bad look. That's a bad look. And you know what? When she said there's tons of voters and it all evens out, so I thought, there must be like 400 people that vote on this thing.
Right.
62.
Nope.
62, that's it. And to say, well, come on, Mike, you're making too big of a deal of the rankings. Really? Rankings have a significant effect. Like, if you're lucky enough to be ranked in the top 10 to start a season, as opposed to being unranked or ranked 25, guess what happens? You can lose a game, you'll drop in the rankings, but then it's easier to climb back in the top 10 than if you're one of those teams that's starting in the low 20s or outside the AP poll. And let's face it also, rankings have a big impact on what games get shown on TV, prime time, all that kind of stuff, which leads to a lot of money to be made or lost for particular schools. So to just blow it off as, it's no big deal.
Well, then don't do it.
Shame on you. Yeah, if you're not going to put enough time and effort into it, somebody else will be willing to take your job.
And you lost all credibility now. All credibility moving forward.
Yep.